this is the story of how I met Jesus. So I believed in Jesus before this, I believed in Jesus after this, and I believe in Jesus now. So when I was in the hospital, I got taken back to have a spinal tap, and I looked with what I thought was my physical eyes down a hallway, and I saw a doctor walking towards me who's in blue doctor's scrubs. So all I could see was, he had on a blue mask, totally scrubbed out, the shoe covers, the whole deal. And he's walking towards me, totally normal. And as he gets closer, he holds out his hands by his sides, like this, as he's getting closer to me. And I noticed that there's some deep tissue scarring that he has. So it was like right here, just really deep tissue scarring on both of his hands. It almost looked like if you see someone who gets burned really severely and their skin heals, just that scarring and that pulling. And then he, walks up to me, and in my hospital bed, my head is here and I'm on my stomach because I'm about to get a spinal tap. So my body is laying this way, so head to legs that way, and the doctor is here, and then he walks to this side of my body, and I am looking at him like this, and I realize that I'm actually not in my physical body, right? Because I'm looking like this. And I look up, and we lock eyes, and I immediately knew that it was Jesus. It was the most overwhelming feeling and experience that I've ever had in my life. And he just was looking at me, and I could tell that he was smiling under his mask, like a closed mouth, like just warm smile, even though I couldn't see it. His eyes were like a green kind of color. He had brown, kind of wavy, curled, like crimped hair. Looked Arab. He looked Middle Eastern, which, is where he's from. So of course that's, his ethnicity, as he walked the earth. And so we meet eyes, and then he takes his hands like this, and he turns towards me, and I'm still facing him this way, and I'm looking at my body, and he slowly lowers his hands, and as soon as he touches my body, it's the most overwhelming feeling that I can only describe as Jesus Christ just touched you, and I immediately go back into my body and have the spinal tap. And that has been the most profound spiritual experience and encounter that I've ever had in my life. And I can tell you that the love of Jesus Christ that I felt in that moment, and the peace, even reflecting on it now, just normal day-to-day life, earthside, if you will, it's overwhelming, even like feeling a portion of that, retelling the story. But in that moment, that is the best experience that I've ever had. And I hope that no one goes through the circumstances that I went through, but I do hope that if you've never met Jesus Christ before or had an encounter with him, that you open your heart up to seeking him and getting to know him, and just asking him if he'll reveal himself to you.